Hello everyone, welcome to another unboxing video. I seem to have a string of those lately, but this one is very special. It's something I'm very excited about. I've been waiting for it for about a week, and it came in this nice hefty box from Apple. So I'm very excited to open up and unbox my Apple Watch. I remember thinking 2 or 3 years ago that Apple making a watch would be really neat, and it would be something I would be very interested in. And it was probably about 6 months later that the first serious rumors started that they were actually going to be making an Apple Watch. So, let's get started. First of all, I hope you cannot hear that beeping. It's fairly faint, but a truck has been backing up for the last hour. But enough of that. A nice pull tab. So here you see inside. The protective cushioning is this kind of tan colored top with a hole in it. It's a nice cushioned interior so it doesn't scratch the box. And here's the box itself. So replace that. One box done. This is heavier than I thought it would be. It's very hefty. The label said it was 3 pounds, and I believe it. So the watch that I got, you can read this, is the 42mm case, stainless steel, the sapphire crystal retina display, ceramic back, sports band black, and later on I will probably get a different band for it than this one, but for right now the sports band will be great because I can use it when I exercise and it still looks good enough for everyday use. So on the front of the box is this little tab with an helpful arrow saying to pull up. Very delicately folded plastic. Definitely has some suction on it. There we go. one more layer done. We'll put that down there. So now let's see. It's white all the way around. It has the words watch with the Apple logo. And it has that characteristic slow opening suction that Apple gives all their boxes so that when you open it, there's a bit of drama and there's a bit of weight to it. Okay. And we have another box. I think Apple's playing a joke on us. Here we have two little tabs. Lift those up. This beautiful plastic case. It's white. It's still warm from being on the truck. And then, as always, we have the design in California. And at the very bottom is the charging apparatus. I'm not sure what they call it. Charging disc. The plug. Adapter. Pull up on these two tabs. Here we have the little metal disc that charges the watch. And we're done with one more layer. Now inside here, let's see. Everything has rounded corners. We have a little booklet that shows how to charge it, how to put on the band, and some of the faces and some of the apps you can use. And here is one of the watch bands put into this little card. Very interesting. That's to adjust. If you have smaller wrists, you can use that one. Kind of a plasticky feel to the wrapping. And again, we have another helpful little arrow here telling us to pull this way. And we have yet another layer done. This is taking forever, but it's delicious. Okay, this is just a white plastic box. You can hear its plastic sound. It has a embossed Apple logo on it. And that is the only thing it has. This is a suede type of soft material, very similar to the polishing gauze that you get with most Apple products, or the inside of the covers for your iPad that absorb oils from your fingers and take off smudges. So that's the texture of this. And here is the watch itself. This plastic covering is a kind of an opaque feel, and it has the shaper band, I guess, here on the inside. Hooray! It's a nice heft to it. Feels very solid, well put together. And this box is definitely made to keep the watch in and protect it. This is not a throwaway type of case. This is if you need to transport it or protect it anyway, you would hang on to this to make sure that it kept safe. So now we have the final little bit of unwrapping. And it has some instructions here on how to put it on your wrist. So this is the 42 millimeter, sorry. 42 inch would be quite a bit larger. The black sports band has a nice rubbery texture to it. It has a really good feel. It does not feel cheap, even though it does feel like a rubberized plastic. Here we have the two buttons that you would use to switch out the bands if you wanted to. It's very shiny, very beautiful. And since I am left-handed, I'll be wearing it like this so that the dial is facing my hand, but it is on the lower left instead of the upper right. And the watch face will flip around. That's a setting you can put on the your iPhone when you sync with it. So I'm going to sync it up, and then I'll show you a little bit more after I've made sure that it all works and tell you a little bit about my experience. Okay? I'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. So here is the Apple Watch on my wrist. I've synced it with my iPhone, and that was a really cool experience. You turn it on, you push the sync button, and it comes up with this swirling animation that you then capture on your iPhone's camera, and it matches up the two swirling patterns, and that's how it syncs the Apple Watch with the iPhone. And that was pretty cool. So this is the display that shows up when you lift your wrist like that. And you can customize these watch faces. You have this one which says utility, which is I like for now. You also have a very informational, blocky, bare bones face. You have very simple configuration, complication I think is what they call these. And you can set these color of the second hand and stuff like that. They have one with a butterfly on it that has an animation to it. This is the globe, and it shows you where you are, and you can spin the globe. You can also show the moon. Let's bring this up. So you can tap on the globe, and you can see where it is daytime and where it is night all over. And it'll bring you back to where you are. It is early morning here, so you can't really zoom into it, but you can go back and forwards in time and see how the light will change over the globe as you do that. You can also click on the moon, and you can see the phases of the moon like that. You can also click here on this and it will show you the planets, how they're aligned right now. And you can go forwards and backwards in time and see where the planets are as they rotate around the sun. That's pretty cool. I like that. And then you zoom back into Earth and it shows you where you are. They also have another basic watch face. This shows where the sun is rising and setting. This is a clock face that has a lot of different complications on it. We have the classic Mickey Mouse. Then we have just a really basic, huge number face, and then you can customize exactly what you want. So for right now, I'm sticking with the kind of basic watch face. You can customize it. You can change and take away certain parts, or you can add certain parts. You can change the color of the second hand. And you can go around here in each one of these little squares and change what is displayed in them. Oh, I have an email from Earth Fair. It just popped up, and I can read that if I want. Scroll through the message. Lots of advertisement. It's a spam kind of email. So now I can dismiss it. I can trash it, flag it, or mark it as unread. Since this is spam, I'm just going to trash it. So from your watch face, you click on the digital crown again, and it takes you to all your apps. And I've synced this with my iPhone and installed a few apps here. I have a package tracker. I have a weather app called Dark Skies. And I have a fitness tracker and stuff like that. I think I have Twitter on here somewhere. So the fitness part of this watch is really, really good. It's pretty much exactly what I expected it to be, which is good. This is about two days since I unboxed it, so I've had a little time to play with it. I've just started today. It's early in the morning. You can see it's 8:31. So I've just started to burn my calories. This is the count of approximately how many calories I've burned today. This is the amount of time I've exercised. I think I've done a minute of exercising. But usually you actually click on a separate app that tells it I'm now exercising, whether that's walking or running or biking or something else. And then this is the amount of hours you have stood up, or amount of minutes you've stood up inside of each hour. It's kind of complicated. So basically, for every hour, if you stand up for at least a minute, it counts towards one of these sections, and there's 12 of them. So if that makes any sense. But you can also swipe down and you can see a little bit more detail about each of these categories. That's nice and motivating. So what I found most useful is actually the messages and the phone feature. I have taken and received calls straight from my watch. I can call up Siri and tell them that I want to call a certain person or message that person, and it brings it right up. Calls them through my iPhone, but I don't have to take the iPhone out of my pocket. And I can talk to them right through the watch, which seems to work great. I've had messages come through, and then I will just dictate into Siri the text of the message that I want to reply with, and that's been very accurate. I've had just one small minor misunderstanding. It wasn't that great. So that has been very convenient. I also get notifications that come through. If you swipe down from the top, you'll have these notifications. And so I have a news app called Breaking News. It brings up things that I'm interested in as they're happening. It's a short snippet, a summary. So I can kind of keep track of what's going on throughout the day right here on my watch. So bringing up this is swiping from the bottom up. You have these things called glances. So this is a weather app, the dark skies app. You have your ring again. You have your heart rate, and it tells you 3 minutes ago my heart rate was 61 beats per minute, and then it's going to measure again. And it takes a little while to accurately measure your pulse, and then it'll come up and show you 60 beats per minute. You can see a little heart pulsing there, and if it actually was changing, it would go up or down while it's on screen. This is another awesome feature as far as being able to control the music on your iPhone. You can turn it down. You can turn it down or up, or you can skip, or you can pause it. You have your calendar. You have your to-do list, which is a separate little app that I downloaded. You have your battery remaining, 87%. I've just started the day. Then you have a clock, and you can see the path of the daylight. So here's another email coming through. At the beginning of the day, I'm getting a lot of spam. Usually always do. NASDAQ, stocks, so swipe back down, and there's my watch face. So, like I said, I've been wearing it for 2 days, and I find it very useful. It's comfortable on my wrist. It works when I bring it up. It pops right up. I've been able to talk to it with Siri very easily. The one big feature that I really want to try out is Apple Pay, but that is contingent on my bank where I have my credit card actually signing up for Apple Pay. So I'm hoping they do that soon. I think it would be really awesome to be able to pay securely through this without handing my card off to somebody and having it leave my possession for a while. So I hope this has been informative. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and this short little demonstration of what the Apple Watch is like. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have plenty of other videos planned for you all. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks, guys.